Merry Christmas, and welcome to the Riff Raft.
Welcome aboard, everyone, and happy holiday to people.
Yeah, to those not celebrating Christmas, happy holidays. I hope you're enjoying your festive season. And for some reason, you've decided to come here and watch this with us.
Which means you should seek immediate help from a licensed individual.
But after you do that, we're going to be doing Miracle on 34th Street, Christmas classic.
Oh, very much so. Yeah. So, do you want to just dive into this one, John?
Let's do it. So, this is a public domain movie. You'll hear our commentary with the video track right here, right now. And, yeah.
Real time.
That's right. Real
That's
time.
right. We didn't record this before. We're recording this now. You're a part of it.
That's right. This is interactive media.
Yeah.
So we'll do a countdown, and then you'll see and hear the movie play right here. Here it is. 3, 2, 1, go.
Holiday!
Toys. Oh, toys. Oh, spoiler.
Dude, come on. Noise is too loud!
Sorry to interrupt your work, but you're making a serious mistake. Huh? With reindeer, I mean. You're putting Prancer where Dasher should be. And Blitzen should always be on my right-hand side.
He should, huh?
Yes, and another thing. Donna's antlers have 4 points instead of 3. But I don't suppose anyone would notice that except me.
No, I don't suppose so. Say, who are you?
My name is Kringle. Kris Kringle. Well, glad I could be of help. But
Get it right, or you'll be talking to my lawyers.
What is that?
like throwing a ball. Now watch. See?
Is he whipping?
Santa Claus you hired is wonderful.
Oh, I thought he was whipping children. He's whipping the balloon, I think.
He is good to me.
Gee.
Well, the parade's ready to start.
No, I think some of those children are probably getting caught in the backlash.
I may just stay there until next Thanksgiving.
You've worked so hard on the parade.
If I want to, I can see it from the roof of my apartment. Bye.
Look at that big baseball player.
He was a clown last year.
It's
They
just
just
a
painted him
big...
My mother told me.
Baseball
She
player.
manages the parade.
Wow, he's really a giant, isn't he?
Really, Mr. Gailey. And
No, it's a balloon, Dad. Are you okay?
Here, put this wallet in your
Maybe not
mouth.
now, Susan, but in olden times, like the giant Jack killed in the fairy tale.
Oh, one of those. I don't know any fairy tales.
You mean your mother or father never read you any?
My mother thinks they're silly, and I never met my father.
I spend most of my time locked in a closet.
My mother and father were divorced when I was a baby.
Well, that baseball player sure looks like a giant to
Christmas,
me.
everyone.
Come in.
Hello. My housekeeper told me Susan was here. I'm her mother.
Yes, Susie's told me quite a bit about you.
She's told me quite a bit about you, too. The man in the
Smooch,
front apartment.
smoochie, smoochie.
Hi, dear.
Parade's much better than last year.
Good. Hope Mr. Macy agrees with you.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, don't bother.
No bother. It's ready.
I want to thank you for being so kind to Susan.
All part of the
Is
plot.
me or is
Surest
this
way to
movie
meet the
on
mother is to
fast
be nice to the
forward?
child.
It seems like it is.
Horrible trick.
Susan tells me you don't approve of fairy tales.
I don't. I think we should be realistic and completely truthful with our children. Not let them grow up believing in a lot of myths and legends. Like Santa Claus, for example.
I see.
See, I want to live in a world with no fun whatsoever.
Those prices, they should be.
Mother, I was thinking, we've got such a big turkey for dinner, and there are only 2 of us. Couldn't we invite Mr. Gailey? Couldn't we?
Oh, dear.
Oh, please don't bother. I'll just get a sandwich or something.
It's an awful big turkey.
Oh, it's not that, dear, but I'm sure Mr. Gailey has other plans.
No, he hasn't. Have you?
Well, as a matter of fact, to be truthful and completely realistic with the child, I must say I haven't.
Please, Mother, please. Didn't I ask her all right, Mr.
To be
Gailey?
a totally sad person.
Well, that all depends.
I am.
I'm going home to wank
Then
myself
you
to
take
sleep. But I guess I could stay for dinner.
Susan, you asked just right.
Wait, was he using her to, like, eat tonight?
Oh, those screaming rats arrive. I want to give you a few points.
That is one valid interpretation of it,
Here's a
yes.
list of toys we have to push. You know, things we've overstocked. You'll find that a great many children are undecided as to what they want for Christmas. When this occurs, you immediately suggest one of these items. You understand? I certainly do.
It looks like Chris Kringle's about to deliver a backhand.
And memorize that list. And remember, be jolly.
That or he's just, like, angrily keeping it a deuce.
Making a child take something he doesn't want just because he bought too many of the wrong toys. That's what I've been fighting against for years. And what's
And look at that belt buckle, my goodness.
Not only is it huge, it appears to be made out of paper.
Now then, what's your name, little boy?
That should not go from base of dick to nipple height.
The garment you were thinking of is a shirt.
Now, Peter, I see you're a very good boy, so you'll get your fire engine.
You see, I told you to get me one.
Yes, dear. Well, look, you wait right over there. Mommy wants to thank Santa, too.
Fucking
What
shit.
do you mean by saying a thing like that? I've been all over town trying to find that kind of a fire engine. Macy doesn't have one. Nobody's got one.
But you can get those fire engines at the Acme Toy Company on West 46th Street. Only $4.50. Wonderful bargain. Oh, I follow the toy market pretty closely.
Macy's sending other people to other stores?
But the important thing is to keep the children happy. Whether Macy's or somebody else sell the toy, it doesn't matter, does
Was
it?
this sponsored by
Don't you feel that way?
Macy's?
Me? Sure, but I didn't think
Kind of
Macy's
paints him in a
did.
bad light.
I don't get it.
Probably sponsored by
I
Sears.
just don't get it.
Oh, yes, we have
Ooh.
skates. Nice shiny skates, and they're very good indeed. But I don't think they're the kind of skates you want. Now, they have really wonderful skates at Gimbals.
But
What?
if you want the really good ones, go to Sears.
The sales lady said I was to speak to you. You the head of the toy department.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Well, look, I want to congratulate you on Macy's and this new stunt you're doing, sending people to other stores. To think that a big store
What?
like this puts the spirit of Christmas before the commercial. I haven't done much shopping here before, but from now on, I'm a regular Macy customer.
Thank you for being a crap store.
And when you come to see me at Macy's, I shall tell you all about the wonderful toys.
John?
Seems awful silly, Mr. Gailey.
Well, maybe you'll feel differently after you've talked to Santa Claus.
Goodbye, and Merry Christmas. Now, then, what's your name, little girl?
Susan Walker, what's your name?
Mine, Chris Kringle. I'm Santa Claus. You don't believe that, do you?
You see, my mother is Mrs. Walker, the lady
You
who
just
hired
wanted to
me.
sit on a
And I must say,
stranger's
you're the
lap.
best looking one I've ever seen.
I'm a little girl with complex
Don't have those
needs.
things to go over your ears.
That's because they're real, just like I'm really Santa Claus. Go on, pull them. Go on, go ahead, pull.
Oh, for God's sake! Ow! Why'd you do that, you monster?
What do you want me to bring you for Christmas?
Nothing, thank you. Whatever I want,
Gonna have the reindeers fill up your stocking.
Cost too much.
I mean, you can tell he's Santa because he's a
Susan, dear,
bitch
I think you've
slapper.
taken up enough this gentleman's time.
You know, I think Santa does pepper some bitch slaps in.
Your maid had to go home.
That's the Santa I believe in.
She asked me to bring Susan down here for you.
Yes, she phoned.
I thought as long as we were here, we
Is
might
that a
as
little
well
bit of spice to
talk
Santa?
Nice old man, Mother.
Adds a little bit of risk to it, you know?
Yes, dear. A lot of old men have real whiskers like that.
It's toys, coal, and
You
bitch
go over to the
slaps.
dolls. I'll be with you in just a minute. I want to talk to Mr. Gailey.
I didn't think there was any harm in saying hello to the old gent. I'm sorry.
So you get trick or treat in Halloween, or treat or bitch slap for Halloween or Christmas.
What's wrong with that?
Like filling her full of fairy tales.
Although it does take some of the surprise out of it. You can't really get a surprise.
Keep waiting for
Well,
Prince Charming to come along, and when
'cause I mean, he'd have to come down the chimney
Susie, not you.
and then wake you up with a bitch slap and then quickly run
whether
away.
you agree with me or not, I'll have to ask you
I
to
don't know, he
respect
just
my
comes
wishes.
at you in August.
Santa's bitch slap operation goes year round.
You sent for me.
Yes, sit
He's
down,
got so
will
many
you?
more bitch slaps to deliver the toys.
I mean, you gotta keep on brand if you want the
Susan's
surprise
reason I
bitch
asked you to
slap.
drop down. She's a little confused. Would you tell her that you're not really Santa Claus, that there's actually no such person?
I'm sorry to disagree with you, Mrs. Walker, but not only is there such a person, but here I am to prove it.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I want you to tell her the truth. What is your name?
Chris Kringle, I'll bet you're in the first grade.
Second.
No, I mean your real name.
It is my real name. Second grade. Good gracious.
It's a progressive school.
Oh, progressive school. Well,
She's getting out her gun.
where did you get such a lovely outfit?
Tell
Macy's.
her.
We get 10% off.
Macy's.
Susan, would you go in and talk to Mrs. Adams for a minute?
All right.
Goodbye, young lady. Hope I see you again soon.
I hope so, too. Bye.
Now I'm going to attach these battery cables to your testicles, and you're going to tell me your name.
Brooks Memorial Home for the Aged.
Chris Kringle.
If you care to call her, Dr. Pierce,
Chris
she'll
Kringle.
be happy to confirm it.
Age as old as my tongue and a little bit older than my teeth. No, really.
Well, that's the truth.
What?
Next of kin,
Oh,
Donna
okay.
Blitzen,
Wow.
Prancer.
And dancer.
How does she have a whole file on him?
I'm sorry, Mr.
Kringle.
Yes, well, I'm afraid we're going to have to make a change. You see, the Santa Claus we had last year is back in town, and, well, I feel I owe it to him to,
Have I done something wrong?
Not replace him with a crazy person.
excuse me. Yes?
Mr. Macy wants to see you immediately, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, yes, right away. You'll have to excuse me. Miss Adams will give you your voucher on the way out, and you'll receive a full week's salary.
I've worked here for 3 months.
Severance pay. Sweet.
Oh my God, it's Mr. Macy.
You know, I felt bad
How's
about
that new
crapping
sales
over
policy
Chris
that you
Kringle
two
this
seem to
entire
have
time, but
initiated? It would have been
yeah,
better to clerk
that
with the
market
sales department
placement.
first, don't you think?
Mr. Macy,
Macy's Santa Claus sending customers to Gimbel's. Preposterous.
What?
Yet, we cannot quarrel with success. Telephone calls, telegrams, over 500 parents expressing their undying gratitude to Macy's. So as a result, I've decided to make this the new sales policy for the entire
As a result, I've decided to start an army.
If the customer wants, we'll send him where he can get it. In this way, Macy's will be known as the store with a heart. The store that puts
Macy's,
public
Macy's,
service
Macy's.
ahead of profits. And consequently, of course, we'll make more profits. Well, I just want to
Because
express our
Macy's makes
appreciation
profits.
and to tell you that
You should
in your
invest in
Christmas
Macy's.
envelopes, there'll be
Macy's
more
and its
practical
Macy's
expression
profits.
of our gratitude.
Thank you, Mr. Macy.
That'll be all. Oh, and tell that wonderful Santa Claus of yours that I haven't forgotten him either. No, never mind. I'll tell him myself. In the morning.
Okay, I'm glad we could be involved in that plan. Thank you. Thank you.
Imagine, a bonus.
I fired
Wow.
Who?
Santa
Place
Claus.
looks amazing.
No.
It's like a cathedral.
Crazy thinks he is Santa Claus.
Well, I
think it's
don't
a
care if he
Macy's.
thinks he's the Easter Bunny. You better get him back.
Macy's.
He's
I've
too
heard
great a
about
risk.
Macy's.
He might have a fit
It's
or
the most
something.
wonderful
And
place in the
insane.
world.
Maybe just a little bit insane. Mr. Sawyer.
What?
We'll get Sawyer to examine him. He's a psychologist. That's what he's being paid for, to examine the employees.
Can't get him back. He's already gone.
Well, then you better scoot after him and get him, because if you don't, we're going to have a very unmerry Christmas.
Wow.
Goodness.
That guy's the chief of the toy
I'm
department.
afraid I acted rather hastily and perhaps unfairly. This other Santa Claus, well, Mr. Macy
Hey,
found
he
something
got
else
there
to
with
do, and
no
we
nonsense
want you to
negotiation.
stay on.
He got there with ruthless Machiavellianism.
You see, Mrs. Walter, for 50 years or so, I've been more and more worried about Christmas. Christmas is not just a day, it's a frame of mind, and that's what they've been changing. Well, I'm glad you're taking me back. Maybe I can do something about it. And I'm glad I met you and your daughter. You're my test case.
We are?
Yes, in a way, you're the whole thing in miniature. And if I win you over, well, there's still hope. If not, I guess I'm through. But I'll try, and I'm warning you, I don't give up
Whoa.
easily.
Put the meat down, bud.
In the morning, would you report to Mr. Sawyer's office for a little examination?
Mental examination?
Well, partly, yes.
You know, whatever.
Oh,
But
I'm taking dozens.
They're also going to put on a big rubber glove.
How many days in the week? 7. How many things do you see? 4. Muscular coordination? Perfect. Who was vice president under James Monroe? Daniel D. Tompkins. I'll bet your Mr. Sawyer doesn't know that one.
Because I made it up.
I think that guy did better on the cognitive test than Donald Trump.
Santa Claus for
How much is
president.
3 times 5?
You asked me that before.
I'm conducting this examination. How much is 3 times 5?
Same as it was before. 15. You're rather nervous, aren't you, Mr. Sawyer? Do you get
Yeah,
enough
see,
sleep?
he's nailing it.
My personal habits are of no concern to you.
Oh, I'm
That
sorry.
guy's so
It's just
nervous
that I hate
about.
seeing
Good
them all
Lord.
tied up.
How many fingers do you see?
3. You bite your nails, too?
I want you to stand up straight with your arms extended.
That is
Please,
Coordination
restrict
test.
that
Surely I'll be glad
erection.
to. You know, very often nervous
that
habits
is a
like yours
repressed man.
caused by insecurity. Are you happy at home, Mr. Sawyer?
That will be all, Mr. Kringle. The examination's over. You may go.
How many scenes do you think that guy had to do
And it may
slapping
interest
his
you to know
face
that I've been a
before they
happily
got the
married
rifle?
man for 26 years.
126 takes.
Fine.
They had to replace his nose halfway through.
Mr. Sawyer.
What else?
And
how
then
many
the
times I told you
actor.
not to bother me? No, I give you a perfectly liberal allowance. If that fat, stupid brother of yours would get a job, you wouldn't have to be pestering me all the time. Not a penny.
How long have you known him, Dr. Pierce?
Well, he wandered into the home about 8 months ago. Looked the place over and said, well, it'll do. Just stayed on.
Has he ever told you his real name?
He said he was Chris Kringle. We never pressed him further.
Mrs. Walker, after giving that man a comprehensive examination, it's my considered opinion he should be dismissed immediately.
Dr. Pierce, Mr. Sawyer.
What?
Excuse me, didn't Chris ask the questions?
No
correctly?
idea.
Well, yes, he did, but there was a complete lack of concentration. There's no doubt about it. He should be placed in a mental institution.
Wait a minute. People are institutionalized to prevent them from hurting themselves or other people. His is a delusion for good. He only wants to be friendly, helpful.
Mrs. Walker.
That is
I cannot
Put him
describe
away!
So when he begins to exhibit his latent maniacal tendencies, which I assure you he will, the responsibility will be entirely yours.
So that man is a health professional. And on his opinion,
There's the slightest
many
possibility of
people's
trouble.
lives have
What trouble
changed.
could Chris possibly get into?
No?
Right.
Well,
Most
coming to
likely
work, for
Satan.
instance, a policeman might ask him his name.
I don't know.
No, that's
Well,
just
that
a
could
bad
be avoided
person.
easily enough. Find someone here in the store to rent him a room. Then they could go to and from work together.
Oh, yes, that would solve everything. That's a wonderful idea.
Yes, isn't it? Your son's away at school. What about his room?
Well, I'll talk to Mrs. Shellhammer as soon as I get home. In the meantime, you take Chris home to dinner.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Do you really have to ask your sex sock
Really,
puppet?
Mrs. Walker, if I can supply the room, the least you can do is furnish a free meal.
So, John, what's going on right now?
So, that dick psychiatrist said Santa was crazy, but they don't think he is. So, they need to find him a room, I guess.
I don't play much with
With
the
a
children.
small child.
They play
Ooh,
spades.
oh no. Oh, dear me.
Like today.
Bad
They were playing
psychiatrist.
zoo, and all of the children were animals. Homer was supposed to be the zookeeper. He said, "What kind of an animal are you?" I said, "I'm not an animal. I'm a girl." He said, "Only animals allowed here. Bye."
Oh, that's
Focus,
too
little
bad.
girl.
Sounds
I
like a
asked
wonderful
you,
game,
where
don't
is the
Of
liquor?
course, to play it right, you've got to have imagination. Do you know what imagination is?
That's when you see something and it's really not there.
Well, yes.
Those
but
are called the
imagination's a
DTs.
place by itself. Yeah, you know, like, well, you know, the British nation and the French nation. Well, this is imagination. Say, how would you like to make snowballs in the summertime? Or drive a bus down Fifth Avenue? Hmm? Or be the Statue of Liberty in the morning, and in the afternoon,
She
a
does
flock
not
of
seem
geese
comfortable.
flying south. Well, the first place.
Whatever.
You'll have to learn to pretend.
The liquor's in the basement.
Now, the next time they play zoo, you tell Homer you're a monkey.
But I don't know how to be a monkey.
I'll show you. Stand up.
With the help of liquor.
First,
Where is it?
way over. That's it.
Where is it?
Now, then you scratch.
That is not a monkey. That was scratching more reminiscent of a meth head.
But being an exceptional lawyer, I want to open my own office.
Naturally.
We're having our first lesson in pretending, and we're doing pretty well, too.
We had her nightmares for weeks.
But you'll be having a lot of fun in the
What?
daytime.
I don't know.
What did the mother see that we didn't?
Oh, Mr. Shellhammer, that's fine. The Shellhammers have a room for you.
That's very kind of them, but I've accepted Mr. Gailey's offer to stay with him.
Mr. Gailey.
I'll get the meat.
You mean playful?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Shellhammer, but it seems he's made other arrangements. Yes, well, goodbye.
Well, here we are.
Playful or nothing.
No, it's venison. A friend of mine at the office gave it to me.
What's venison?
Oh, deer meat. If you don't like it, I have eggs for you.
Could I have eggs, too? Venison, you know, I couldn't.
Oh, Santa, you card.
There must be something you want for Christmas. Something that even your mother doesn't know about. Why don't you give me a chance?
You know what?
That's what I want for Christmas.
A doll's house like this?
No, a real house.
A real house?
If you're really Santa Claus, you can get it for me. And if you can't, just a nice man with a white beard like Mother says.
Well, just
Oh
because
man,
every child
Santa's
has
gonna
a
have to sell his ass so many times to get that house.
But what could you
But he'll do it
possibly want
for
with a house
Christmas.
Like this?
Live in it with my mother.
To have this lovely
I like the
apartment.
idea that Santa's just pimping himself out for favors to fulfill children's fantasies of killing their mothers.
Tall order. But I'll do the best I can.
Ooh, the riffraff, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Good night, Susan.
Merry Christmas.
Santa out there on the street in fishnets and high heels.
Oh, you're making it worse, John.
You're living in the city.
That's all right.
He leans down to look at a car window and goes, ho, ho, ho.
It's one of those junior partner deals in Manhattan.
I know the kind you mean. One of those
I mean,
colonial
they're both in-
houses.
Yeah.
Arcade
Ho 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 could happen at any moment in this
I've
scene.
been thinking about Mrs. Walker.
Whoa!
You know,
Oh, I thought he
a lot
just
of
like
divorced
shoved
women.
a toothbrush
She's determined
or a
that no one will ever
toothbrush
hit her
up
again.
Santa's ass.
With a little more effort on your part, she might be made to crawl out of a shell. You know,
Do you think they're gonna longingly
those two
look at
are a
each
couple
other
of lost souls.
in adjacent
Something
beds?
left to help them.
And then
I'll
wordlessly
take
push
care
the
of
beds
Susie
together.
if you'll take care of her mother.
It's a deal.
Good.
Slow
No.
down, bud.
no, you
I don't see that
I'm
happening.
not going to be cheated
Oh,
that way.
no,
All
I-
my life I've
wow,
wondered.
now I
Now
do.
I'm going to find out.
Such a
I'm going to learn
gentle
the answer
touch.
to the question that's
As
troubled the
Careless
world for
Whisper starts
centuries.
playing on the wind.
Does Santa Claus sleep with his whiskers inside or out?
What?
What?
Always sleep out.
Oh, I
Cold air makes them grow.
I'm uncomfortable with this man sleeping in my room.
There was triumphant music, so
I guess
Yay.
something good happened. You know, I'm struck by if you just change the costume, how easily Santa could also be Colonel Sanders.
This is one event I never expected to see.
You can play at this game, Mr.
Look at that.
Macy.
What,
If Gimbal hasn't got what the customer wants, we'll send him over to Macy's. It'll be
nope.
a pleasure,
Looking
Mr.
at the
Gimbal.
buckle again.
No, up, above the buckle.
Can't. Trying. Oh my! I'm looking
Whoa.
at the handshake that is jiggling Santa's balls.
Adult, but
I was
children
looking at that
still,
too.
Children at heart. It was summer, warm, glorious summer. The end. Did you like that story, Susan?
No.
This should not be a Christmas
Do you think
movie,
I'm going
John.
to get my house for Christmas?
Well, I can't promise, but we mustn't give up hope. Good night, Susan. Tomorrow evening, I'll read you another story.
I can't. I've got to go to school.
Isn't this vacation?
Yes, but this is what they call a required function.
Required function? The Fillmore Progressive School requests your presence at a special performance of a Christmas play to be given in the modern manner. What does that mean?
A Christmas play without Santa Claus.
Well, a Christmas
What does
play
that
without a
mean?
Santa Claus? The performance will be followed by a short address. Subject, exploding the myth of Santa Claus.
Not today, motherfucker.
The guest
Mike.
speaker will be Mr. Albert Sawyer.
Dude, I want to see where they explode the myth of Santa Claus in a play.
Our little play. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our old friend, Mr. Albert Sawyer.
The C4 specialist.
You see a red laser dot drift over his forehead.
It's thrilling indeed to see so many happy, smiling faces. I know you're all looking forward to
He
a
really
joyous
bought into this whole act.
But as those of you in this intelligent group know, this is going to be a Christmas without Santa Claus. Such a person as Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, or Kris Kringle does not exist. Never has existed, and never will exist. This silly old man in his red suit represents the wishful dreaming of all people.
And dreaming and hope should be eradicated.
So you can immediately start your future as mindless consumers.
And show themselves afraid
Enjoy.
to face reality. People who play Santa have a strong feeling of guilt.
Man, my material's killing.
Far from being amusing, this myth. Far from being amusing.
The parents are the real monsters, not saying anything.
Only stupid old men
I mean,
prancing around in white whiskers keep this
would you
ridiculous
care if
myth
you had a
alive.
child?
Now he's gone too far.
Well, they're all specific.
Holy
Whoa! Holy!
crap! Did he just cane that guy?
He became violent and his delusions, and he'll do it again.
You ask me, I think
Whoa! I was trying to shame you, and dude, Santa Claus on stage. Whoa.
You explain it to Mr.
Move.
Kringle. After all, you're his
Oh,
friend.
no, I can't. Well, I've grown very fond of him, and this is going to hurt him deeply. I just can't.
All right, what can we do?
I think I have it. You tell
We can
Kringle
put the
Mrs.
guy
Walker
in
wants
jail
to
to
leave once
cane
there's
someone
some
to
publicity
death.
taken with the mayor. I'll have a car waiting outside, and once we get him in the car, we'll drive him straight off to Bellevue Hospital.
Yes, that'd do it. I'll ride up front with the driver.
So the rest of this Christmas movie takes place in the mental asylum.
Where Santa is. I mean, like the murderous Santa. Yeah, he probably just.
Hello,
Yeah,
Fred.
this might be a good place for him at the moment.
Deliberately, didn't you? Why?
I had great hopes, Fred. I had a feeling that Mrs. Walker was beginning to believe in me. Now I know
Then
she's
I
only
wanted to
humoring
kill
me
him
all
with
the
a
time.
cane.
Mrs. Walker didn't know anything about
The cane
taking pictures with
instructed
the mayor.
me
That
to,
was Mr.
for it
Sawyer's
hungered
idea.
for blood.
It isn't just Mrs. Walker. Take Sawyer. Contemptible, deceitful, dishonest. But he's out there, and I'm here. If that's normal, I don't want it.
But you can't just think of yourself. What happens to you matters to a lot of people. People like me who believe in you and what you stand for. People like Susie who were just beginning to. Chris, you can't let them down.
They all believe in me caning whoever I want?
Let's get out of here.
Now, wait a minute. You flunked that examination, but good.
Yes. I said our first president was Calvin Coolidge. Oh, but you can fix that. You'll think of something.
Now, take it easy. A judge is going to be asked to sign papers committing you to a mental institution. The only chance would be to prove you legally sane at a public hearing.
Good. I can think of nothing better. Don't you see? That will settle the question once
Everything
and
is fine.
And I'm free to assault again. Wow, KKK newspaper.
About time.
Ew.
Do you solemnly swear the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You may proceed, Mr. District Attorney.
I want to point out that pharaoh beard that Kris Kringle has is very impressive.
This hearing
that thing moves where he wants it to move.
Answer, Mr. Kringle.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tell me, do you really believe that your Santa
The judge
Claus...
just complimented him on being able to speak.
The state rests, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
In view of this statement, do you still wish to put in a defense?
Maybe we do this next Tuesday. Get a little reset time.
The entire case against him. But Mr. Kringle is not sane because he believes himself to be Santa Claus.
An entirely logical assumption, I'm afraid.
Not necessarily, Your Honor.
Wait, what?
You believe yourself to be Judge Harper, yet no one questions your sanity because you are Judge Harper.
Mr. Kringle is the subject of this hearing, not me.
Exactly. So I intend to prove that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
Dun, dun, dun! Yay!
What does Mr. Hayslip of Hayslip, Sherman, and Hayslip say about the trial?
That I was jeopardizing the dignity of the firm, that I either dropped the case or they dropped me. So, leaving me no choice, I quit.
Oh, Fred, you didn't.
Well, I can't let Kris down. He needs me, and all the rest of us need him.
Darling, he's a kind, wonderful old man, but... Well, you can't throw away your career because of sentiment.
I'm not
Yeah, it's time to leave him to the wolves.
I'm a darn good lawyer. This doesn't shake your faith in me, does it?
This is a question of...
Dude, I feel the Macy's holiday spirit growing in me, second by second.
Must spend money at Macy's.
I wish you could let yourself believe in people like Kris. And in
Don't fight it, John. Accept it.
I've always been a Gimbals man. No, get out! No Gimbals! No Gimbals!
Macy's. Macy's. Macy's.
I think I have the right to ask you to be a little bit more practical and realistic.
Yeah, I suppose you have. It's all cockeyed. Here we are, as close as two people can possibly be. And yet there's
no, not really, but whatever.
Oh yeah, your dick is in me. Look at that.
But we're gonna need a lot more than each other's arms. And somehow I just don't think we've got it.
I mean, I can feel the small thing that... yeah, I'm gonna walk away from the dick.
With all my common sense, I was just beginning to think this time it might work out.
So was I, but...
This is what sex scenes looked like in the 40s, huh?
Thanks, I can do it.
You just have to assume that their pants are off?
Well...
And I guess
this is just like a... Yeah, go for it.
We have to add our own wet slapping noises?
What kind of world were they living in? To where you couldn't hear the wet, throbbing, thrusting noises
this man?
of... Yeah. Sex.
Yes?
This is a Christmas movie, right?
Do you believe him to be of sound mind?
Oh.
I certainly do.
Mr. Macy, you're under oath.
Sorry, guys.
Do you really believe that this man is Santa Claus?
Thank you, condescending John. Thank you, more condescending John? I did it! I messed up! I'm sorry! Ah!
I do.
That is all.
Christmas, everyone! Enjoy Christmas!
Your Honor, there is no such person as Santa Claus, and everybody knows it. I ask that the court make an immediate ruling. Is there or is there not a Santa Claus?
This is the dumbest case I've ever heard.
No!
That guy tells the judge what to do?
Laura, I'm talking about politics. You go back
The
in
law?
there and if there's no Santa Claus, we won't be even able to put
Santa
you in
Claus.
Charlie.
Who's this guy? Goon or?
How can I seriously rule that there is a Santa Claus?
All right, go back in there and rule there isn't.
How can I rule if there is a Santa Claus?
So what happens to
It's
all the
gonna
toys
mess
that are supposed to be
everything
in
up.
stockings? Nobody buys them.
People will
The
have
toy
hope.
Manufacturers are gonna love that. What about the Christmas card makers, the candy companies? Oh boy, are you gonna be a popular guy. And what about the Salvation Army? They got a Santa Claus on every corner. Henry, I'm telling you, if you go back in there and rule that there's no
This is
Santa
the
Claus, you
gooniest
can count on
guy
getting
I've
just
ever
2 votes.
seen.
Your own
And still,
and
I'm
that District
pro
Attorney's
his what he's like selling.
Yeah? Although, I mean,
District Attorney's
Christmas is a very capitalist holiday right now. But,
Oh, yeah.
but it even still rings a little hollow that the resolution of this movie, when the judge declares Christmas is real and so is Santa, is all based on financial consideration.
authority available.
Please go to
American
Macy's.
Justice demand a broad and unprejudiced view of such a controversial matter. And therefore, this court is determined to keep an open mind. And
How many fans do you think we're gonna
hear the
retain
evidence
for
from either side?
crapping all over Christmas?
But can my opponent produce any evidence in
all of
support
them.
of this contention?
Your Honor, I can.
Sounded so
Will
maniacal.
Thomas Mara take the stand?
Who, me?
All of them.
Hi, Daddy.
Okay, there's got to be some
Good
wholesomeness.
You know
at
the
the end of this
God.
telling
movie.
the truth and telling a lie, don't you?
Everybody knows you shouldn't tell a lie, especially in court.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Sure I do.
Did they genetically engineer that child in a lab to be just maximum adorable?
I object, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Look at him!
Tommy,
I'm
why
gonna
are you
have
so sure there's a Santa Claus?
Yeah,
Because Daddy
Good
told
God!
me.
They-
Didn't you, Daddy?
they must have.
And you believe
Freak!
his daddy does.
Freak!
Sure I do. Daddy
Wow,
wouldn't
that-
tell me
that
anything that
took
was
a turn.
so, would you, Daddy?
He's too adorable. It's not right, I tell you.
Kill it!
Kill it with fire. Christmas fire!
I'm happy.
Hi,
Kill
Daddy.
it.
Macy's.
The state of New York is willing to concede the existence of a Santa Claus. But I ask that Mr. Gailey produce authoritative evidence that Mr. Kringle is the one and only Santa Claus.
Your point is well taken, Mr. Mara.
Does
Wow, I like that.
Does anyone else see the goon threatening this judge in open court?
On the basis of competent authority.
Not at this
Is he
time,
some
Your
sort
Honor.
of evil Christmas
I ask
spirit?
for an adjournment until this time tomorrow.
This court stands adjourned till 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Ooh, I know a certain judge who's getting piped in the alley.
Lying to Mr. Kringle to tell him I believe in everything he told me. Everything that came
I
out
want to
fine.
know what you mean by that, but I also don't.
Where shall I send
'Cause
it?
that could go a number of ways.
Just combine them all. That's what I meant.
Oh, the bad thing. I'm thinking about the bad
What did
thing.
you write, Mother?
Ooh.
I believe in you too, darling.
Wow!
So take your bath now.
Like through the abdomen?
Oh, she's got the Christmas
Could you give me the number of the main post office, please?
Wow, quite an
Yes,
operation.
it went through the abdomen.
Are you kidding? We got maybe a couple 100,000.
Bled to death, very slowly.
All right, it's 2 scenes later. Come on.
Not a bad idea.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I just can't stop thinking about that person dying of septic shock.
Chris, I've got bad news for you. I've tried every way to get some competent authority. I wired the mayor, the governor, everybody.
Susan.
Hey, look,
that
it's
means
Santa.
more to me than all the mayors and governors in the world.
It's all over. He hasn't got a thing.
You got him? You got the Santa expert?
Is that how legal
Your Honor,
work
the defense
works?
has
Yeah,
produced
just
one bit
touch
of
people
authoritative
and...
proof that this man is really Santa Claus. And in view of the fact that it is Christmas Eve and we're all anxious to get to our homes, I ask that these commitment papers be signed without further delay. Mr. Gailey, have you anything...
I love the idea that they're working so diligently to commit a man to an insane asylum on Christmas Eve.
United States government. The Post Office Department, one of the world's largest
They
business
just hate
concerns,
the
had a
insane.
gross business last year of $1,112,877,174.
Your Honor, I'm sure they're all deeply gratified to know that the Post Office Department is doing nicely, but it hardly has any bearing on this case.
Furthermore, the U.S. postal laws make it a criminal offense to willfully misdirect mail or intentionally deliver it to
Is
the
that
wrong party.
beard getting
Your
more
Honor,
impressive?
I'm sure that the state of New York is willing to admit that the Post Office Department is authoritative, prosperous, and efficient.
For the record.
For the record, anything to get on with this case.
Then, Your Honor, I offer these letters in evidence. They're simply addressed to Santa Claus, yet they were each delivered to Mr. Kringle by bona fide employees of the Post Office Department. I offer these as authoritative proof.
Your Honor, 3 letters are hardly authoritative proof.
I have further exhibits, Your Honor, but I hesitate to produce them.
Oh, I'm sure we'd all be glad to see them.
Oh, yes, indeed. Put them on my desk.
On your desk?
Yes, yes.
Zip.
Very well, Your Honor.
Uh-oh.
Here's your evidence. Thump. Oh! Is this where this trope comes from?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Ah, everyone listening out there, yeah. That was John feeling genuine amazement.
Your Honor, every one of these letters is addressed to Santa Claus, and the Post Office has
Which he
delivered them
followed
to
with a Joker laugh, which,
the United States
hey, I've
government
got it,
recognizes
but...
this man, Chris Kringle, as Santa Claus.
Wow.
If the United States of America believes this man is Santa
Dude,
Claus,
look at how happy he is through digging through mail.
That man's got to be shredded by paper cuts.
And a Merry Christmas to you,
Ah!
Mr. Kringle. Oh, I got your note. It made me very happy.
Oh, I'm glad. Chris, won't you come to dinner tonight?
I know. I'm
He
working
continues swiftly along to punch the defending lawyer in the face. Still with the same cheer.
Owned it, bitches! Woo!
What's the matter with Susan?
I
don't
think
know, who
Mrs. Chris.
I mean, they're probably
Don't worry,
listening to
young lady.
radio,
Chris
so
is
who
bound to
knows,
come.
like, what
Can you
information
get
they
my
have
presents,
available.
Uncle Fred?
Why, darling, you got a lot of presents.
Not the one I wanted. Not the one Mr. Kringle was going to get for me.
What was that?
It doesn't matter. I
Dude,
didn't
how
get it.
great would it be if she doesn't
it
get
wouldn't be
the
here,
present
but
she's talking about?
Could I get a letter or something about it?
It sure would make Macy's look bad.
Hello, Susan. Merry Christmas. Well, it wasn't really
So
a
amazing,
promise.
right?
I said I'd do my best.
You couldn't get it because you're not Santa Claus, that's why. Just a nice man with white whiskers like my mother says. And I shouldn't have believed you.
Susan. Merry Christmas, Chris.
I'm sorry Susan is disappointed in me.
Oh, she'll be all right. Here's Fred.
Merry Christmas. Where are you?
Out of the home.
Blippi!
Fred,
We're giving
Keeps
a little
getting
party
passed
this
off to
afternoon.
other family members.
Will you bring Mrs. Walker and Susan out to help us celebrate?
Of course I will. Now, you turn off the parkway at Seymour. Drive 3 blocks, then turn onto Ashley Drive. You'll see it on the right.
Got it.
Then no one dies.
Susan, I was wrong when I told you not to believe in Mr. Kringle. You must have faith.
But I was also wrong because he didn't bring you a house. Fuck me.
Mother.
Faith is believing in things even when common sense tells you not to. I mean, even though things don't work out the way you want them to the first time, you
The lesson is to hope for nothing.
I'll try.
And rejoice when that's what the world gives you.
There it is. Ashley.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's a nihilist Christmas.
Stop, Uncle Fred, stop!
There may be something out there, but that something is going to be pain-filled.
I'm gonna go live with my new family.
Susan! Susan? You shouldn't be running around in other people's houses.
But this is my house, Mommy. The one I asked Mr. Kringle
Now,
for.
Susan, darling.
It is. I know it is. Oh, you're right, Mommy. If things don't turn out right the first time, you've still got to believe. Mr. Kringle
still doing this
is
Christmas
Santa
crap.
Claus. He is. I'm going to see my swings.
You told her that? The house seems to be for sale.
Loving you is easy because you're beautiful. Do, do, do.
That's how it goes.
I always believed in you. It's just my ridiculous common sense.
Well, even makes sense to believe in you now.
Loving you is easy cause you're Chris Kringle.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Wait, it must have been left by one of the tenants.
Maybe. Maybe I didn't do such a remarkable thing after all.
So my takeaway is Santa sacrificed his physical body to give her a house.
No, let's hurt the people listening more.
It's a house built of Santa's blood and bone and sinew. His very soul.
So he gave one family a house. Is that like the extent of his power 1 year? As I can help a single household. My goodness, Santa. You gotta step up your game or really play down your importance.
Really get off your high horse, Santa.
Dude, yeah, it's Santa!
Oh, man.
Wow. So, if we haven't destroyed Christmas for you, go ahead and, we should have destroyed Christmas for you.
So, go fill yourself up with some, Christmas glee, or whatever holiday you're celebrating. Happiness to you, and, thanks for joining us on the Riff Raft. We'll catch you next year!